I think the three most important implications or issues facing the real estate industry are demographics, capital markets, and technology. And I think that our research shows that those look to be the three major drivers for what's going to shape the forces of demand for most real estate products over the next couple of decades. The demographics question really revolves around the emergence of Gen Y and how they'll behave differently, whether it's in the workplace, the kinds of residential locations and housing units and tenure preferences they have, or how they shop and entertain themselves. The capital markets question is probably most acute right now, and that's really the reinvention of the real estate capital markets, finding the appropriate sources of equity and debt capital to finance the ongoing accommodation of population and job growth. And then technology. The challenges and opportunities are both immense. Challenge meaning that technology could potentially drive less space demand per capita. Think about a workforce that doesn't really need an office, for example, or a retail world that's primarily online. But opportunities driven by technology, connecting the world in a new way that drives new kinds of supply chains, new kinds of logistics, certainly new kinds of ways of living. These changes have been on the horizon for quite a while, and smart real estate players have been adjusting their business models to account for them. It's particularly true with the demographic question and the technology question. Capital markets are a little bit beyond the control of the industry itself, and of course right now we're looking to Europe to think about the impact of the sovereign debt crisis there on our real estate capital markets and on capital availability. But what we're hearing this week at the ULI meeting is a wide range of strategies for adjusting the business models and the product characteristics that our members are concerned about. Fundamentally, they all have the same goal, which is to have a viable business that creatively applies their experience to solving these challenges. My biggest concerns over the next few years are really one of attitude, primarily in the near term. Can we collectively, as a society, not just in America but globally, embrace the future in a way that's different than we seem to be dealing with the future right now, which is much more apprehensive and uncertain. That's a big issue. I think within that, my concerns revolve around finding the appropriate balance between public and private action in the real estate development and investment processes, the appropriate forms of regulation in the capital markets, and the willingness to engage with communities that lie outside our traditional sphere, including low-income populations and the issues of income disparity across the world.